Alrighty. So it's time. Can you believe it? We haven't had the bike that long, probably about a month. It's time for a service. So we are just popped into the Honda dealership and gonna see if we can get the bike service today. Welcome to the Wednesday walk. Yeah, no?
Hi everybody.
Hey.
Welcome to the Wednesday walk. Yeah, engine oil, gear oil. So basically a full CVT service, engine oil change, and install this.
And the belt. Is that
Belt prep CVT.
okay? Hi, Scooty.
We've come to Honda. I was told to come to just any Honda Impian X dealership, and I looked online, and this is Honda Impian X Kuchai motor. It was about 15-20 minute drive away from our apartment, so we went for a little cruise out to here. Mainly we came here because there's a mall next door. If it's going to be a while, we have somewhere to kill some time, but they get like a 4.6 out of 5 review on Google, so
Yeah.
sounds like they do pretty good work. I just thought I'd come here, we'll see.
I think the one thing that's different about here versus Canada is that you can go to a Honda shop and just walk in and have your bike service. It's not like
yeah, they're waiting for
stop, make an appointment, come back in a week or two, and
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
kind of
obviously, there's so many shops and places you can get your bike serviced, and that there's lots of competition. But you're right, like so many places, there's 2 mechanics that were just kind of waiting for us as we drove up. But yeah, you can literally, they took it in right away, and it's probably already on a stand.
See, it's already getting serviced.
3 guys are already all over it.
So I brought the action camera with us today to do our vlog because that's what we film on usually on our Wednesday walks. And I didn't check the battery. It's at 14%. So I'm vlogging on my phone today. So if you're wondering why the quality is different or if this video just looks different, that is why.
Let us know if it's better.
Yeah, it's just behind the scenes. I actually got this new phone. It's a Samsung, what is it, a Samsung 25?
S24.
S24.
Ultra.
A Samsung S24 Ultra. I don't even know what kind of phone I have.
It's a good one.
So we bought this one in Switzerland actually. We're doing a house sit because my phone and yeah. So
Your old phone was dead.
it was
Dying.
yeah.
It would turn into like a little mini heater every time you tried to do anything.
Yeah.
Edit a video or do whatever, it would heat up like a little pocket.
Yeah.
Microwave.
Exactly. Yes, I still edit on my phone. I'm not ancient, but anyways.
I love this. They're like literally like, okay,
I know.
it's like a pit crew. It's like we pulled into the pits and like between laps and they're all over it. Altruistic 00, if you're watching, I told him to do everything you told me to do in your recommendation. Told him to do a full service on the CVT, replace the bearings, replace the sliders, grease the bearings, everything they do, new belt, all that stuff. And we're also getting a couple safety things installed, a little rear slider in case you had like an accident or something, it mounts underneath the rear muffler. I'll show you after.
And we'll tell you how much it costs. Kind of give you an idea of what this service is. 18,000 kilometer service. So.
Well, 18,000 kilometer service doesn't normally include the belt.
Oh, okay.
But because we're riding 2-up, we're riding a hard highway, longer distances and things like that. People have recommended get the belt changed sooner than 24. 24 is the regular scheduled service for replacing that belt, but they say get it changed sooner because it'll build up dust and it tends to Hondas, they do tend to break these belts as they get older. So better safe than sorry. It's gonna last now for the time we have it getting a belt changed now. So I'm getting it done early just to be on the safe side.
Every time Jay and I come to a motorcycle shop, we always have to go and explore all the motorbikes, see what they have, even though we've seen them 1,000 times. It's a nice shop. Honestly, I'm more about the colors than the actual engines and the performance. Jay's in there asking about the brakes, see if they can check the brakes. These guys are just going to town. Amazing. I don't know what they're working on now, but.
Take a quick look around the shop, look at some of the cool bikes they got, and then maybe wander around the small area or pop over to the mall if you want to get some
Sure.
get some beef.
See, I told you. Every time I go to a shop, I gotta wander around and see what's what. Gotta check out all the bikes.
What do we got in the showroom?
Oh. I like this color, and I like this color, and I like that color.
You like that one?
Yeah. I like this green one. Yeah.
I like this because it seems like traffic. You should see you coming.
Yes. The big scooter back there.
It's the big NSS 250.
Oh, that's nice. It's big.
Like that matte red thing.
Mm-hmm.
That would be nice when we're doing our highway rides.
Yeah.
Just cruising along.
Yeah. So we have got a lot of comments about going to the Lima in Langkawi.
Oh, in Langkawi.
And it's May 20th to the 24th or something like that. And we aren't going to get there, guys. Sorry. However, it would be really cool to see the air show.
We do travel on a budget.
Yes.
So we can't just like every weekend go and
do
fly somewhere
yeah.
and stay for a couple days
Yes.
and all that kind of stuff. It does.
Or even taking the bike.
We gotta
like,
space it out.
yeah, it would take some time.
Oh,
And
taking the bike and the ferry, you have to pay for individual plus the bike to go across on the ferry.
Yeah.
And everything else. It added up. It was going to be definitely a $400 or $500 trip to go
Yeah.
up, ferry, stay, all that kind of stuff. So
yeah, so when we go to Langkawi, we are going to go to Langkawi. We just didn't want to do it when it was crazy busy with a event, or we just don't like to go to places when they're going to be heavily people-y. So, and I want to go and experience the island first and kind of get a feel for that. So we will go to Langkawi and explore around, just not when the air show's going on, unfortunately. Why are you trying on new gloves, Jay? You just bought new gloves.
these are Honda gloves. Alpine Star Honda gloves. I don't have Honda gloves. No, my gloves are good. My new gloves are good.
Yeah.
I wish I'd lost my old gloves, but
This is true.
the new ones are good. So yeah, lots of Honda merch.
Yeah.
Racing shirts, all that kind of stuff. That's very fun.
Always fun to look around, hey?
There's the little backpack.
Hey, look at these. It's like arm sleeves.
Honda sleeves?
Yeah.
And they're from, I think they're Honda Olympian sleeves.
Nice.
We're fans of the sleeves. Keeps the sun off us when we're
Yes,
riding.
it's very
These
nice.
ones are,
Oh, they have grays.
Protect
Gray
the
ones too.
yeah.
Nice. And black. I see it. Black one's back there. We didn't come prepared.
This is kind of the walkability thing sometimes you run into in Malaysia. When it's good, it's really good. When it's not, it gets kind of choppy and stuff. Like we're on a sidewalk. It just kind of turned into
Grass.
a dirt path.
Yeah.
I think it's just overgrown. I think there is sidewalk under it.
Yes.
But this was not too bad. We stayed at one place and walking from the condo we were in to get to a mall. It went from walking down a sidewalk that just ended to like walking down the edge of an on-ramp to a highway to get to the next road. And it was just really all over the place. So I've seen people in other videos talk about the walkability of Malaysia, and some people say it's walkable, and some people say, oh no, it's not walkable. But it really all depends on the area you're in.
True.
Like I said, areas we've been in that were good, were really good. Obviously downtown, obviously in the main city area.
This is a good example.
It's
It
great.
just ends.
That's the kind of stuff that, catches you sometimes. You just kind of got to deal with it. And for anybody who's recommended Waze, I have been using Waze to get us around on the bike, and it's definitely better than Google Maps. You're right. It's a lot more exact. Gives us better recommendations and stuff like that as far as roads to take, and it's just more accurate as far as giving us correct road names, that kind of stuff. I'm just not used to using it as much, so I'm not as quick at putting in the points I want to go to and stuff like that. But it is better. So thank you.
Did you tell them the road that it took you on the other day?
Oh yeah, I don't know if you have video of that. Belle's got some video she can plunk in here maybe. The other day, Google Maps has never taken me on a road like this, but Waze specifically took me on one of the motorbike paths. Or I guess I don't know if this is specifically a motorbike road or a bike path, but holy cow, that's a whole other event trying to drive through the city on one of those little double wide motorcycle paths.
So I think Malaysia's got it figured out. I thought it was pretty neat. I felt like, you know, I don't know. Yeah, it was cool.
It was. It would have been better if it wasn't raining. Of course, we got caught in the rain again. And yeah, I didn't mind driving down there, but really you're now relegated to about a third of a lane, and people are still flying by at 60, 70, 80 kilometers an hour, the people that are used to driving on these little bike paths. So we were kind of trying to take it easy since it was raining and we were on this narrow little path, but nope, people wanted to get home.
It was cool. We're going under bridges and like bobbing and weaving through things.
It was.
I thought it was
else.
cool.
It was very different.
I wasn't driving, that's why.
Yeah. I want to find it again when it's dry and nice day and go cruise along it, and that way it's a little less stressed about it.
Yeah. All right, so we're at the mall. We're just gonna head on in and have something to eat, I think. So we weren't in the mall very long, and they told us their bike is ready. Yeah. So we're heading back over.
Some food.
Yeah, we got.
Looked at a couple things.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, we're gonna head back over there. He just messaged me, said bike's all ready, 671 ringgit.
So we're gonna break down the price.
So I'll have to see what the bill comes down and what the breakdown is. That's higher than I kind of expected. I don't know, 671 ringgit. Does that sound reasonable?
We'll wait and tell you what we got for the
is,
money.
There might be some breaks on there. There might be, I don't know. We'll see what the price breakdown is.
Yeah.
671 is a lot higher than I was thinking it was going to be for a service. It is. Waiting for us when we get high.
In the shade and everything.
Super safe sliders.
Yeah.
That was installed there to in case you have an accident, keeps you from falling over on the muffler and wrecking it.
Yeah.
Looks like they washed it off.
Yeah.
It's been washed.
Well, they didn't dry it because there's soap.
Yeah, I know.
Soap everywhere. Oh, it's nice and cool in here. Okay. I'll grab our helmets on the way out. Good to go?
Good to go. Let's grab our stuff and get our helmets on and hit the road. Hi, welcome back. One change of clothes and rainstorm later,
We are here.
we're back at our complex.
Back at a bingsu, having a beverage.
Can't even trust the sunny days here. Can't even trust the sunny days. Sunny and hot when we walk out of the Honda dealer, get on the highway, boom, instant downpour
Yeah.
in between off ramps, so I can't even get away from it. Soaking wet. Anyway,
Yeah.
we're at Bingsu.
We're still getting used to the rainy weather and how it rains every day. And it seems like Mother Nature's like, Val and Jay are out on the motorcycle, let it pour.
Yeah.
But anyways, all right, so we brought the breakdown. We're gonna go through and tell you guys how much it costs.
So this is from Kuchai Motor, the Honda place.
Yeah.
For the service we just got. I need you guys to tell us if we did okay. If this is a good price or not, or I was a little surprised, 671 ringgit. I guess I didn't really know 100% what to expect, but I didn't think the parts were that expensive, so I didn't think it would add up to that much. But regardless, that's for, they used a 10W30 full synthetic oil on the oil change, and they did the Honda gear oil. You'll see the prices on your screen, but 185 for the belt, and 110 for the roller weight set. There's some bearings and slider frames in there at 35, 48, and 65. I had them change the front disc brakes on it because I wasn't happy with the aftermarket ones that came installed on the bike. They made noise, didn't seem to grip as well and grab when braking, so I had them put Honda pads on. So that was 75, and then there's a charge for 48 for the service of the CVT and another 15 for workmanship. That might be for installing that little slider that I had him install underneath the exhaust. But yeah, 671 for an oil change and a full CVT service. Does that sound right?
So it's 270 Canadian dollars.
Yeah.
Just put that out there. So I don't know if that it's good or bad. Let us know.
I don't know if it's good or bad. If it's good, great. If you think this is a good place to service your bike, let me know in the comments.
Are all Honda shops like this, or
if you have a favorite place that you like to use somewhere that does good work and charges good prices, let me know that in the comments as well, and maybe we'll take it there next time.
Yeah, because we'll probably end up doing the service before we actually get rid of the bike.
We're good for 3,000 kilometers now, but let's see how fast we can put 3,000 kilometers.
Ready to go.
Yeah, let's look at some questions and comments from you guys.
All right.
What's your favorite thing at Bingsu? Mel's having a iced lychee jasmine tea.
Yay.
And I got lychee, not lychee. And I got a lychee watermelon drink. I need the extra fruit, vitamin C and stuff because I'm sick. I don't know if there's any vitamin C in this.
So one of the questions that we got asked was, this was from Nick. He lives in Windsor. Hi, Nick from Windsor. He asked about having a Canadian motorcycle license in order to drive here. So I answered him back and said, yes, Jay does have a Canadian motorcycle, like an M designation license.
In Canada and probably other countries, once you pass your full motorcycle license, they add an M designation to your license, and you just keep that for the rest of your life. It just, every time they renew my license, it has that M designation on it. So when we are traveling, leaving the country, we go to the Canadian Auto Association, the CAA. They're the ones that make up the international driving permits for us, and you have to show them your license and that, and then they make sure that when they make up the international driver's permit, they check mark the M designation to show that you have your motorcycle designation in your home country, and that's included on the international driving permit. So I need those two things for driving in most countries around the world, my home license and the international driver's permit.
Another comment we got was about when you're traveling around Malaysia, it's more about the journey than the destination. And Jay and I talk about this a lot.
We've had that comment a few times.
But Jay and I talk about this a lot, and we totally agree. Because sometimes when we get to the destination, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, it's kind of cool, but it's not, overexciting, or I don't know. Like when we went to Bukit Tinggi, it's like if you've never traveled to a country that looks like that, that would be
somewhere in Europe or Switzerland.
Like that would be awesome to see. But if you've traveled to those places, it's just like, oh, this is kind of cute, and it's just not as.
And I mean, some of the destinations are built up like, oh, this is a big tourist destination, lots of people go there, and then you get there and realize other than seeing it, there's really not anything to entertain you for the day.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot to do
Bukit Tinggi,
near there.
Yeah, like just as she was saying. There was a couple of maybe coffee shops. There was like a Starbucks and a restaurant that I didn't think was the restaurant was open when we were there.
Yeah.
But if you're not going to stay in the hotel or something, there's really not much to entertain you there. But the drive there and back was really good. It was fun. Lots of windy roads, nice countryside.
Yeah,
so
I just like being out in the jungle and the windy roads.
That's a lot of times. That's why when we decide we're going to go for like a road trip for the day, we don't necessarily pick some big touristy destination that a lot of people want to go to. We'll just look on Google Maps and find a coffee shop an hour away and cruise to whatever through the back roads to find this little coffee shop, have a cold drink, and then find some back roads to get back home. Just because it's more about just getting out and seeing the countryside and going through these little towns.
Yeah.
Oh, what was that coffee shop the other day?
It was called Soulmate.
Soulmate.
Yeah.
We were just driving along, wanted to get a drink, saw this little coffee shop as we went by on the road, said, hey, let's turn around and go back. It's called Soulmate. And it turns out they actually had a Soulmate village. So like
I don't know if it was like a guest house.
Guest house kind of place you could stay at the house, and a little cafe right up at the road.
Yeah, where you get food and drinks and stuff.
Yeah, so we pulled in there and I think Val ordered a Teo Ice and I ordered a nice latte.
The ladies were super nice.
Oh yeah, a couple nice ladies working there. They had all kinds of fresh food out that they were actually serving lunch, but we'd already eaten. So They offered us lunch. We'd already had
But
it.
that's what we like. We like the more local, I don't know, getting to meet the locals and chit chat a little bit.
Yeah, it was
and
literally just an open air place on the side of the road.
Yeah.
And so we sat there and had our drinks and kind of relaxed for a little bit before we were going to head on. And they would not let us pay for our drinks.
No.
My mom was like, no, it's okay. And I'm
They're
like, what
so
do you mean
lovely.
it's okay? She's like, it's fine, it's okay. I'm like, well, no, like we got to pay for our drinks here. She's like, no, it's okay. It's things like that, like just little interactions. And
Love
they were just happy. They're just, no, it's okay. Thank you for coming here. They're just out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah,
So
I love that.
anyway, shout out to
Those-
Soulmate Cafe.
Yeah, those are the kind of days that we like. Just tooting around.
Shout out to Cheryl.
Oh, yeah.
Dressed all in black on the bike, looking like Knight Rider. You're kind of aging, you're showing your age there talking about Knight Rider.
Oh,
But
Cheryl, that made me laugh out loud.
who didn't want to be Michael Knight when they were a kid and drive around in Knight Rider? We also wanted to mention this comment we got from Alan66 Tay.
Yeah.
Said, if you plan to travel the Cameron Highlands, best to use Bentong, Raub, Sungai Koyan to Ringlet, about 80 kilometers of cool road, then turn right 16 kilometers to Cameron. Got it.
Check.
I actually plotted that out and saved the route. That sounds like a cool route, looks cool on the map, so thank you for that. We'll
Yes.
definitely take that route to go to Cameron Highlands.
I can't wait.
We were going to actually go to Penang and then come back through Cameron Highlands, but I think I might break it up and just do a Cameron Highlands trip and then do a Penang as a separate trip, maybe stick to the coast. So
Yeah.
go
I think
through
that's a good
Ipoh and Cameron, or sorry, Ipoh and Penang will be one thing, Cameron Highlands by itself.
Yeah.
So,
Good plan.
thanks for that, Alan.
Yes, thank you. All right, so I know this is a quick little Wednesday walk for you guys, but this is basically a typical day. Sometimes I just feel like, we just go about our day doing our everyday things, and life can kind of be boring, and sometimes it's not boring, but
Well, when you're living in another country and you haven't done any of these things, like you think about, you go to get an oil change, people do it all the time.
Yeah.
But if you're in a new country and you've never done it, you got to figure out what places do it, what it should cost, how it works. Do you have to make an appointment
have to-
ahead of
yeah,
time, or
exactly.
do you just show up? Like,
exactly.
it's even mundane
Everything.
daily simple tasks are new to you when you're in a different place.
So you have to figure everything out.
And sometimes they don't go the way you would expect, like, it's just an oil change. I know how to do that. Maybe it's done completely different in the place that you're at. So
Exactly.
you never know what kind of adventure you're going to get yourself into just going on a daily mundane task.
So everything is new, and we're still learning and having fun while we're doing it.
Yeah.
So we're going to finish up our drinks. Thanks so much for joining us on our Wednesday walk, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
Bye.